Shall we start? ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
मूर्तिभेद विभागिने
मूर्तिभेद विभागिने
व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय
व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
ॐ सहना भवतु
ॐ सहना भवतु
सहनौ भुनक्तु
सहनौ भुनक्तु
सह वीर्यं करवावहै
सह वीर्यं करवावहै
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु
मा विद्विषावहै
मा विद्विषावहै।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता
नारायणेन स्वयं
नारायणेन स्वयं
व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणम्
व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणम्
मध्ये महाभारतम्
महाभारतम्
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम्
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम्
अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवत् गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः
स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः
वेदैशाङ्गपदप्रमोपनिषदैः
गायन्ति यं सामगाः
गायन्ति यं सामगाः
ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा
ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा
पश्यन्ति योगिनः
पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः
यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः
यस्यान्तं विदुःसुरासुरगणाः
देवाय तस्मै नमः
देवाय तस्मै नमः
We are seeing Gita Dhyana Shloka, and Gita Dhyana Shloka is written by Madhusudan Saraswati. Is written by Madhusudan Saraswati, and Gita Dhyana Shloka, total 9 verses in Gita Dhyana Shloka, and in 9 shloka, Madhusudan Saraswati has offered his pranam to one is Gita himself, one who is giving Upadesha, Arjun second, third one who is written Gita, so Vedavyasa, third one, and fourth one is, 1 minute. And fourth one is Mahabharata himself. So total 4. One is Krishna, second one is Vedavyasa, third one is Gita, means subject matter Gita, and fourth is Mahabharata himself. So we have seen first, this prayer is to Gita, that we have seen. Amba Bhagavad Gita Tvam Anusandadami. That is the main thing. Hey Bhagavad Gita, hey Amba, I am meditating upon you. And you are Bhavadveshini. You have the power from, because of you, we can release from samsara. Bhavadveshini. One who opposes of samsara, one who opposes is called Bhavadveshini. And here also we have seen Gita is taught by whom? So Bhagavata Narayanena Pratibodhidam. Pratibodhidam is taught Upadesh Karta, and who himself Narayana, Ishvara. Bhagavata Narayana, he himself, Parthaya, this Gita he has taught. And who has compiled? Grathitam means compiled by Vyasa and Purana Munina. The meaning of Purana we have seen. Old, even though it is old, but still ever fresh. It's called Puranam. Pura api nitya nutanam. It's called Puranam. Munina we have seen. One who has capacity to contemplate. It's called Purana Munina. And where this Gita has come, Madhye Mahabharatam. It is in the center, Madhye Mahabharatam. And what is the subject matter of Gita? Advaitamrita Varshinim. It is the showering. What it's showering? Advaitam. The nectar of non-dualness. Advaitamrita Varshinim. And total how many chapters? Ashtadashadhyayini. Total 18 chapters. To that Bhagavad Gita, I'm meditating upon you. Anusandadhami. That we have seen last Sunday. We have seen this half, but still, this is the prayer for Vedavyasa. Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullara Vinda Yatapatra Netra Yenatvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha Prajwalito Jnana Maya Pradeepaha. Here also, main sentence is, always we have to catch main sentence. Namostu, Namaha Astu, Te Vyasa. Vyasa, He Veda Vyasa, Namaha Astu. Te means to be unto you, my salutation. And who is Vyasa? One whose intellect, very wide, expanded intellect. And how Veda Vyasa is looking. Here it is Pullara, Fulla, actually it is Fulla, Arvinda, Ayata Patra Netram. Fulla means fully blossom. Arvinda means lotus. Ayata Patra Netra. The eyes of Vedavyasa, it says, very beautiful, like a leaf of lotus. But really speaking, Vedavyasa was not beautiful, handsome. Not beautiful, but he was not handsome. If you know the story of Amba Ambalika, I don't want to go in deep, but Ambika and Ambalika, both were frightened, having seen Vedavyasa. But here, just for our, show our gratitude, it says, Pullara Vindaya. And if you know, Vedavyasa is not his original name. His original name is Krishna. Another name is Dvaipayana. And Vyasa, because he organized whole Veda, it's therefore his name is Vyasa. His skin is black. That's why he is known as a Krishna. He is born in island. So he is a Dvaipayana. Dvip means island. Dvaipayana. So he is born in island. So he is Dvaipayana. And Vyas, Vikaroti. Everything he has put in proper way. All Vedas. That's why his name is Vyasa. In Vedavyasa also, because he has done work on Veda, that's why he's Vedavyasa. But Krishna, his original name. And his eyes is beautiful like lotus leaf. Pulla means fully blossom. Arvinda Patra. Arvinda Ayata Patra means, Arvinda means lotus, Ayata Patra means leaves. Netra means eyes. Then what Vedavyasa has done, he says, he has lit up the lamp. Pradeepaha. Like I can draw. Suppose this is a lamp. So Pradeepaha. Prajwalitaha Pradeepaha. Prajwalita means lit up. Pradeepaha means lamp. Which type of lamp he has lit up? Jnanamaya, in the form of knowledge. So this lamp is nothing but is the full of knowledge. Jnanamaya Pradeepaha. And we need oil inside for the lamp. So what is the lamp? Oil. Bharata Taila Purnaha. Mahabharat oil. The oil is nothing but Mahabharata. By this, Tvaya, by you, Yena Tvaya, by you, you have lit up this Jnanamaya Pradeepa. To that Vyas, my salutation. So this is the salutation to Vedavyasa, one for Gita, one for Vedavyasa. Now, 3 verses who's a teacher, of Gita, this salutation is gone to Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vaitekapanaya Jnana Mudraya Krishnaya Gitamrita Duhe Namah. Again, Namaha. If you remember, we have seen in our grammar class, Namaha takes fourth case. So all words in this verse or shloka, everything is in fourth case. Parijataya is also fourth. Totra Vaitreka Panaye is also fourth. Jnana Mudraya is also in fourth case. Krishnaya, like Ramaya we know, is also fourth. In Gitamrita is also fourth. So total 5 words is in fourth case, and everything is different adjectives of Shri Krishna. So that unto that Krishna my salutation. So who is Krishna? Prapanna Parijataya. First, Parijata. We know the story of Parijata. It says, if you sit under the Parijata, all wish becomes fulfilled. It is, before it was available only in heaven. But for Rukmini, Krishna has brought up into the Prithvi, so that Parijata. So how is Krishna? Krishna is like a Parijata. Like same, the Parijata fulfills our all wishes, same way Krishna also fulfills our all wishes. But Krishna is so simple, so he says no. One who is a Prapanna, one who is surrendered to Krishna, for them only Krishna is like a well-wisher, is wish fulfiller. So this is very important word, Prapanna. One who surrendered to Krishna, for them only Krishna is like a Parijata. Otherwise he is smart, he cannot give everything. So Prapanna Parijataya. So Krishna is fulfill our all wishes. Then who is Krishna? Totra Vetra Ekapanaye. Totra means whip. Here is given. And Vetra means handle. And Ekapani, in one hand, is holding a whip, a handle of whip. Like I think it is given here. This is Totra Vaitreka Pane. This is the picture. Totra Vaitreka Pane. In handle, he is holding a whip. Like he is holding a handle of whip. We can also surrender. If we surrender to Krishna, he can also keep a handle of whip of our life in his hand. Then we are safe. That's why it says, Totra Vaitreka Panayi. The Krishna is one who is in one hand, he is holding a handle of a whip. That Krishna is Namaha. Every word we have to add, Prapanna Parijataya Namaha, Totra Vaitreka Panaye Namaha. Then who is Krishna? Iske Jnana Mudraya. It says, this is called Gnana Mudra. And the meaning of Jnana Mudra is Chin Mudra also. We used to say Chin Mudra, or we can say it is a Jnana Mudra. This is an index finger, it says, and this is called Ishvara. And this index finger is a symbol of Jiva. And this is Ishvara. More or less, this Jiva is with 3 fingers. It never with thumb. Is always with these 3 fingers. And it says 3 finger is one we can take as any. Sattva Rajas Tamas. We can take is a Sthula Sukshma Karana, whatever. but it is always with Jagat, never with Ishvara. But when we say like this, then Jiva is with Ishvara, and this round is a symbol of Advaita, oneness. It's called Jnana Mudra, Chin Mudra. So Jnana Mudraya Krishnaya. If we can away from samsara and we with Krishna, then it's called Jnana Mudra. So indirectly it is a teaching. You know, in the Dakshinamurti Stotra, Mauna Vyakhya Prakatita Brahma Tattva, in this people used to ask, is Dakshinamurti teaching through silence? Mauna Vyakhya, you know, definition, Vyakhya is definition, Mauna. So he's teaching through his silence. People take it like this also. It is not like that. The Maunam indicate it is not direct Vachyartaha, but always Dakshinamurti teaches through Lakshartaha, indirect. Same way, here Jnana Mudraya also, it is indirectly Krishna is teaching, please you be with me, not with Sansara. It's called Jnana Mudra. So Jnana Mudraya, and last, he is a Krishnaya. Karshati, Akarshati, iti Krishnaha. It's in sixth conjugation. Karsh, to pull. And if this prefix A, to attract, Akarshati. One who attracts us, it's called Krishna. Through his teaching, through his gesture, through his whole physical body, whatever, Krishna is always attract us. That's why his name is Krishna. That Krishnaya api namaha, and Gita Amrita Duhe. What Krishna has done, so he says, he is a milkman. He is a milking. What he has milked? Gita Amritam. The nectar of Gita, but in our home study, Gita home study, Pujya Swamiji says the meaning of Amrita means a valuable teaching. Invaluable teaching of Gita is milked by Krishna, that milkman, unto Namaha. So Gita Amrita Duhe Namaha. So all are Krishna's adjective. Unto that Krishna, our salutation. Gita Amrita Duhe Namaha. Same way, what is Krishna? Actually, this is not, but what Krishna has done is this fourth verse is. We used to say, Om Yoga Shastre, Om Gitasu Upanishatsu. Yeah, Om Gitasu Upanishatsu. So if somebody asks, the subject matter of Gita comes from where? So it says it's nothing, but it's from Upanishad only. That's why it is like imaginary. It says, Sarva Gop Upanishadaha Gavaha. Cows are nothing but all Upanishad. And if cows are there, then that somebody is there who can milk cows. Dogdha, milkman. Who is milkman? Gopalanandana. So here Madhusudanji has even selected the name of Krishna is Gopala. One who is protect cows, and one who gives always enjoyment to cows, that called Gopalanandana. So Dogdha means milkman, Gopalanandana is Krishna, and cows are what? All Upanishad. Na jayate mriyate va kadachit nayam bhutva bhavita na bhuyaha. It comes from Kathopanishad. Same way, na hanyate hanyamane. It's also from Kathopanishad. So some verses, some mantra, Krishna has taken directly from Upanishad. So we can say, all Upanishad are nothing, but they are cows. If cows are there, if milkmen are there, then calves should be there, no? Then who is the calf? Then Vatsaha means calf. Then who is calf? Partha. Prutha's son, Partha. Arjuna is Vatsaha, is a calf. And what is the adjective of Arjuna is Sudhihi. Sushtudhihi is called Sudhi. Sushtu, one whose mind, one whose intellect is cleared. Sushtu, Sushtudhihi. So even though we think Arjuna is not prepared for Gita knowledge, but still he committed. He just surrendered to Krishna. That's why he's Sudhihi. Sushtudhihi. One who is clear, without Krishna, nobody can teach me. That much he is clear, it's called Sudhihi. Vivekaha. Discriminative power. So Sudhihi. And who is he? Bhokta. He directly takes teaching of Gita. It's called Bhokta. In our mind, Bhokta is one who is always enjoyed. But really speaking, the meaning of Bhokta is one who experience different experience in their or one's mind is called Bhokta. If we have we experience happiness, then we are a Bhokta of happiness. If we are in sorrow, then we are a Bhokta of sorrow. So Bhokta is one who experience, it's called Bhokta. So Arjuna experience of whole teaching, that's why it's called Bhokta. Arjuna is Bhokta. So Partha, Vatsaha, Sudhi, Bhokta, all adjective is for Arjuna. Arjuna is Vatsaha, his calf. Arjuna is Sudhi. Same way, he is a receiver of direct teaching. And Krishna is milking. He is milked. Dugdham means he is milk. What is the milk? Out of Upanishadaha, it says Gita Amrutam. The milk is nothing but teaching of Gita. Really speaking, Gita, even if you remember last time also I said, in Gita is not only Advaita teaching, non-dual teaching, but Gita is combination of Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga, and same way Jnana Yoga. In Veda also, Karma Kanda is Karma Yoga. Aranyak portion in Gita or in Veda, it's called Upasana, and Upanishad is nothing but Jnana Yoga. So there is one Aranyak portion in Veda. If you all Suktani, different type of Meda Suktam, Durga Suktam, many Suktani is called Aranyak. Aranyak portion is nothing but Upasana. We will see 6th chapter, but when Upasana word come, no, everybody thinks the meaning of Upasana is in front of Lord we are sitting and we are offering something. We are doing some action in front of Ishvara is called Upasana. But according to Shastra, the meaning of Upasana is meditation. Dhyanam. And what is Dhyanam? In our mind, if we can chant Gayatri, then it's called Upasana. In our meditation, if we can chant anything, what we like, any mantra, it's called Upasana. Upasana is not Ashtottara. Upasana is not doing all Shodashopchara puja. It's not Upasana. The meaning of Upasana is, in mind, what we are chanting is called Upasana. So Gita is a combination of all three. That's why it's a Gita Amrutam. Amrutam, because it's contained Advaita teaching. Now, from in 2nd chapter, 11 from 11th verse to 24th verse is nothing but nectar of Advaitam. It's called Gita Amrutam Duhe Namaha. So, Namaha. So this is, I think this is the overall view, what is in Gita, what is the subject matter in Gita, and indirectly we can say, Madhusudan Saraswati has proven Upanishads nothing but Gita is Upanishad teaching. So this fourth verse is not connected to even Mahabharata, Krishna. Then sixth verse is connected to Gita only. Well famous. Vasudeva Sudandevam Kamsa Chanuna Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. In this verse, Krishna has shown as a family person. Krishna helped to society, and Krishna helped even generation and generation for all humanity, even after his absence. So first, family, for family, he is Vasudeva Sutam and Devaki Paramanandam. He is a son of Vasudeva, but what he has done, Paramanandam. For father and mother, he always give enjoyment. When he was only 11 years old, and they say, you have to come to Mathura, without saying no, he has just come from Gokul to Mathura for what? Paramanandam. Devaki as well as Vasudeva also. So he gives happiness to their parents. So Vasudeva Devaki Paramanandam indicates he is always give satisfaction to their parent, his parents. So as a Krishna, he is always family person. He always gives satisfaction, give enjoyment to their parents. It's called Vasudeva Devaki Paramanandam. Then for society, what Krishna has done, Kamsa Chanura Mardanam, Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya Glanir Bhavati Bharata. So as a society, he helps society to destroy Mardanam, to destroy all devils, Asura, like Kamsa Chanu, even Jarasangha, many, so many. So this way, in his contemporary, he helps society, upliftment, adharma, nashanam, dharmam, pravartanam. Is called Kamsa Chanur Mardanam. This word indicates adharma, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srujamyaham paritrana vinashaya dharma sanstapana. So actually it says adharma nashanartham there is a one sentence, if you remember, Rakshito Dharma Rakshati. Have you heard any sentence? Rakshito, Rakshitaha Dharmaha Rakshati. The meaning of Rakshitaha Dharma, a dharma which is protected. That dharma only can protect whole society. Rakshitaha Dharma Rakshati. And where is dharma? Dharma is not available in shop or mall. Dharma, one has to live. So all Brahmanas, They propagate dharma. And what is the duty of Kshatriya? They always protect Brahmanas. So Brahmana is called Rakshitah Dharma. Then Brahmana can Rakshati. What they Rakshati? Dharma. Rakshitah Dharma, Dharmam Rakshati. So the job of Krishna, when as a Krishna, he destroy all demons, all asura, and their upliftment of Brahmana, and Brahmana feel they are protective. In that protective feeling, they can teach dharma to other person. No? It's called Rakshitah Dharma, Rakshati. Whole humanity. So second job by Krishna is done is for society. And last one, Jagat Guru. He is a teacher of whole world. Right now also, we are under his obligation. Without Krishna, how can we meet each other? So in this way, he is a Jagat Guru. Each and every generation, still he is live through his teaching. Vande means I salute. This is a verb, Kriya Padam. Vande, I salute. Krishnam, Vande Jagat Guru. I salute Krishna, one who is Jagat Guru. All are again adjective of Krishna. If you want to learn grammar also, you can learn through this. First, I salute. Then, Paramanandam Krishnam, Vasudeva, Sutam Krishnam, Kamsachanura Mardanam Krishnam, Jagat Gurum Krishnam. Unto him, I salute. Still one word is Devam. So what is the meaning of Devam? Literally speaking, people always think the meaning of Deva is like Indra, Varuna, one who is sitting in the heaven. They are Deva. But the meaning of Deva, in Upanishad it gives, the Dev means consciousness. The meaning of Devam is consciousness. Why it is consciousness, you know? In this Devam, the verb has been used is to div, to shine. Divyati, fourth conjugation. When we say it shines, then we ask, who shines? Without, even if sometime we don't know anything, we say, can you throw a light on this? We say sometimes we are using this type of sentence, no? And when we say throw a light in this, I am ignorance in this area, please throw light. What the meaning of this? We can throw light only in one person is conscious. One who is live, one who is consciousness, one who is consciousness, the meaning of consciousness. Because of consciousness, person can understand the knowledge. That's why the meaning of Devam is one. His own nature is consciousness. Unto them, my salutation. So, one, this is second also salutation to Krishna. Now, sixth verse, the beautiful verse, is like imaginary of Rananadi. This also Krishna's praise in this. Main sentence in this sixth verse also, Rananadi Pandavehi Sotirana, crossover. Pandavehi, by Pandavas, Rananadi. Nadi means river, Rana means battlefield. A river, like is a imaginary of battlefield is like a river, huge, wide river is crossed over by whom? Pandavehi. That river is crossed over by Pandava, but with the help of whom? Keshava. And who is Keshava? The best word has been used, adjective, Kaivartaka, boatman. boatman, boat. Navika. Krishna is nothing but is Navika. This our Viditatmananji's favorite story, if you remember, he used to tell during his lectures. He says one Panditji, one scholar, would like to cross the river. So he asked one boatman, "Can you cross me the river?" Then he says, "Poor." That boatman say, "Yes, I will do." Then that Panditji, he was alone. He sat in the boat, and it starts. That boatsman has started sailing. Then he was boring, scholar. Then he thought, let me talk with this boatman. Then he asked, "Do you know grammar?" That boatman, he said, I am an ignorant, I am totally illiterate. I don't know what is grammar." Then Panditji says, that scholar says, "Your 1/4 life has gone. If you don't know grammar, what is the use of living? So your 1/4 life has gone." Then again, Panditji, that scholar, has asked, "Do you know to write any poem? Anything? So are you poet?" Then he says, "What is poet? I don't know anything poet. How to write? Even I don't write how to, my name also. I always put my thumb. I don't know." Then Panditji says, 1/4 life also has gone. Then again, Panditji asks, "Do you know sculpture? You know different type of arts?" He asked, "Do you know Bharatnatyam?" Let's say, "Do you know Bharatnatyam?" He says, "What is Natyam? I don't know any Natyam." Then again, he was so depressed, Panditji. He says, "Your 3/4 totally life has gone." Meanwhile, there is a hole inside the boat, and water is coming inside the boat, and whole boat, almost half boat, is filled with water. Then boatman asks, "Panditji, do you know how to swim?" Then he says, "I don't know how to swim." Then he says, "Your whole life is gone. My only thought, but your whole life is gone." So it's called Uttiranaha. If you don't know how to cross the river, but if some boatman, great boatman is with us, if that boatman, if he's skilled, then he can also took that Panditji with him. But he didn't take Panditji because he know alone how to swim. But Krishna knows how to take whole Pandava's retinue along with him to cross. So Pandavahi, the battlefield, is like a river, is crossed by Pandava. Khalu, indeed, Kaivartaka Keshava, because boatman is nothing but he is himself, Krishna himself. Now, one by one, there is a big river if there, then one by imaginary. If river is there, there are banks. If river is there is water. If river is there, then there is some lotus. If river is there, then many creatures inside the rivers, then it is just imaginary. Really speaking, if Krishna weren't there, Pandava cannot win. Next impossible. If you remember, I think everybody knows, but at the end of war, when Pandava won, then Krishna says to Arjun, when both were sitting inside the chariot, then Krishna, every day, what's the job of Krishna and Arjuna? First, Krishna has get down from his chariot from Sarathi, then late, afterward, Arjuna has get down. But lastly, Krishna says to Arjuna, first you get down from the chariot, last I will do. Then Arjuna says, why? He says, you follow what I'm telling you. Then Arjuna says, okay. He got down from the chariot, and then Krishna. Immediately, whole chariot burnt, is on fire, everything is gone. Then Krishna says, I have protected you, There are many weapons. There's, arrows are coming through you. I have protected you through my power. That's why you are saved. But it's called Kevartakaha. If Krishna is not there, how can they cross this battlefield? It's called Kevartakaha. So first, if battlefield river is there, then what are the banks? It says Bhishma Drona Tata. Both sides of banks are nothing but Bhishma and Drona himself. And both are invincible. If you know the story, Bhishma has that boon. If he would like to die, at that time only he die. Otherwise, nobody can shoot him. Same with Drona also. If he has a weapon in his hand, nobody can die. So both are, Bhishma and Drona, both are invincible. They both are Tata. They are banks of Mahabharat battle river. Both banks are Bhishma and Drona. If they ask Jalam, who is Jala? They say Jayadratha. Jayadratha is Jala. Everybody has gone to Rishikesh. So Jala, they say you cannot fathom the depths of Ganga river. That much it is deep. Same way, Jayadratha is like a Jala. You cannot fathom. Even not Jayadratha. Each and every Pandavas in Kauravas side, each and every kings, they are very, if you remember, Jayadratha lastly was a charioteer of Karna when he died. At that time, he keep on telling something and something to Karna and he makes him frustrated. But before that, Jayadratha was with him and he was very powerful. It says, Jalam, the water of Mahabharat Rivera is nothing but Jayadratha himself. In that river also, there are some lotus, very attractive. And whenever these lotus are there, it is very slippery. If you are not able to go properly, then you may go slipped and you go inside the river. Same way, Nilotpala. Utpala means lotus. Nila means blue lily. Who are there? Gandhar. Gandhar means from Gandhari, brother Shakuni and his brother Subala. The father of Gandhari is Subala and brother. Because the language of Shakuni was so attractive, people can easily slip in his language. So Subala and Shakuni. Both are like Nilotpala, like a blue lily. So they can attract and people come near, they can slip. So Gandhara Nilotpala, who is Shalya? Shalya Grahavati. The king of Shalya is a shark fish, Graha. Here we have translated, even in Puja Swamiji is also shark, but we can say is a crocodile also. In Narmada river, there are many crocodiles, not in Ganga, but and even we say who is like Indra's vehicle is Airavata, who is Ganesha vehicle is Mushaka. Same way, Ganga, Mother Ganga's vehicle is Graha, means crocodile. Same way, Narmada also. So Shalya Graha, and crocodile can eat anything. Same way, Shalya is so powerful, he can eat whole Pandavas. Chamu, Chamu means whole Lashkara, army. So that much powerful was Shalya. Krupena Vahani. Breakers. Krupena Vahani means, even again in Rishikesh ashram, if we go for bath in Ganga, always people say, be careful, there is undercurrent. If outer side, you cannot see any current, but if we are not taking baths near the bank, if you go a little bit inside, there is a current, and you just swept away with current. It's called Vahani, undercurrent. Krupacharya is like undercurrent water. All are, so powerful. Karanena Vela Kula. And who is Karna? Is case turbulent waves. Vela Kula. If you know, Karna has joined battlefield when Bhishma was on the bed of arrows, and until he never fight. But Velakula is, Karna is like a turbulent waves, like a tsunami, turbulent wave. In the monsoon, that type of wave is Karna. Karnena Velakula. Ashwathama Vikarna Ghora Makara. Ghora, Bhayankara, tearful. Makara means, it says, here it is really well, fish well, but even in there is a one anaconda, there is a one big fish, anaconda, in Amazon river near Africa, is like also Makara. One who eats men, it's called Makara. So anaconda is a perfect who eats everything, even men. Before 5 days, I saw a picture of anaconda was killed by army in Africa, 2,000 kg weight, 30 foot height, length, and he has eaten minimum 500 people. Oh my God, the size of that is called Makara, Ghora Makara. Ashwathama Vikarna Ghora Makara. Vikarna is a brother of Duryodhana, and Ashwathama is a son of Dronacharya, even who has killed all sons of Draupadi. That's why he's a Makara. Is Ashwathama Vikarna Ghora Makara. And who is Duryodhana? Duryodhana Vartini, workful. One who goes is sucked inside. Like a black hole, in black hole, if you go people near, it's sucked. Same way, Avartini, workful. Duryodhana is also like that, if somebody goes near. And how it sucked, Bhishma and Drona, both are very good person, but Duryodhana did so much seva of Bhishma, and lastly Bhishma says, Arthasya dasoham. He said, I am just slave of Duryodhana because he has teach me. He give a too much seva. He did a too much seva to me, so I can't say no. So Avartini, he just caught up. Same way Drona also. That the Drona loves Arjuna. Still, why he can be in Kaurava's Paksha? Because he has that kaushalam, skill. How can he catch this great person, Bhishma and Drona? That's why it says, Avartini. That much powerful warrior inside the Kaurava's side, but still, Pandavaha Rananadi Uttirna. But still, Pandava was crossed over this Mahabharat battlefield only Khalu Kevartaka Keshu, because of only Krishna. Without Krishna, it was next impossible for Pandava. He can win the battlefield of Mahabharata. That's why Kevartaka Keshava. Before Krishna is presented as a Jagat Guru. In previous verse also Krishna presented as Gita Amrita, but here Krishna is presented as both men. I always used to say when I teaching this Bhishma Drona Tata, if Krishna can help to cross this much battlefield, so if we surrender 100% to Krishna, 100% He'll help us. So why should we not surrender to Him? And we are always, when we know now Krishna is with us, there is a no worry. Because now it is His job to cross over our samsara. We should not worry. So this verse is the best because here Krishna is presented as, if you know our Mirabai, Bhavasagar sab sukh gayo hai, fikar nahi mujhe tarnan ki. Same way, Bhavasagar sukh gayo is dried up. Who show Mira this Bhavasagara is dried? Nothing but Keshava only. Really speaking, when person knows and one person has a self-knowledge, at that time he or she says, there is nothing here except consciousness. Then what's the use of to cross over? That's why Mira says, nothing is there, total is dried. Because except me, nothing is only consciousness. Is Kevartaka Keshava. This is the best verse to surrender Krishna when we are in helpless situation. Because Pandava is 100% helpless in this situation. Because all the name is given in this verse. They are so powerful and plus they are cheater. Pandava were not cheater. So to how they can win over them? Only Keshav. In our life also, we have to face many persons. All are not good. Some are good, some are not good. But if we have Krishna, then need not to worry. That's why this is the best word, Kevartaka. Who is Krishna? One who is help us to cross this life of samsara, who is help Kevartaka Keshav. So any question regarding this to anyone?
Yes, Swamiji, I have a question. In the description of Yudhishthir, not Yudhishthir, of Partha is Sudhir, one who has a clear mind. How does one have a clear mind?
Bhakta means Sudhi, clear mind,
Yeah.
One person who lives a life of karma yoga, it will clear automatically. Need not to we have think over when my mind will clear. If we are doing our duty with 100% devotion, then without unknowingly our mind will clear. We need not to even worry. That's why you should total surrender to Ishvara. Then it will be taken care. Everything will be, and one day will come. Our mind is totally clear.
Even when doing duty, it seems to be so many obstacles coming up.
Yeah, obstacles. That's like no? Obstacles will come. Still, we have to always see which one is our dharma. If we go our dharma, we will take a side of dharma. Then maybe sometime it appears it is not good for us. But still, after a long time, if we look back, this obstacle is also like a good. I always use, we don't know after 10 years what will come to us. But Ishvara knows. So he may send something obstacle. So we become more and more mature. That's why obstacles are there. So more we are careful and more we face our obstacle gracefully, then second time it will come. We won't disturb. But when obstacles are, we think, I used to say, gold needs fire to be pure. A gold needs fire to pure, no? That goldsmith put all gold into fire. Same way, that pot maker, Kumbhakara, pot maker, put pot in fire to make it solid. We put fruits. Nowadays in Gujarat is a mango season. So we used to buy unripe mango. Then we covered with some gunny bag. Then it becomes heat and becomes ripe. So to become a ripe, to become a pure, we need a heat. Same way, if you want to become mature, no? So from Ishvara, sometimes heat, some obstacle like a heat comes. If we face with gracefully, is Ishvara's prasada, then we become pure, clear. Need not to worry from obstacles. More obstacles, then we think Ishvara's love us more. Really speaking, I'm not joking. More obstacles, more we are near to Ishvara.
Okay.
Because Ishvara knows how much we can endure obstacle, whatever difficult situation. Only that much he used to say. And we can accept gracefully. Pakwaha, mature. Any question now? No? Shall we stop?
It's very beautiful, Swami.
Always. If we check when obstacles comes after 5 to 6 or 10 years, we go back and we can see at that episode, it was like a blessing. So we should not afraid. We have to face gracefully. It's Ishvara's prasada, whatever obstacles, whatever
He
hindrance.
is fine-tuning us.
Huh?
He is fine-tuning us.
Okay. Shall we do Purnamada? Anything?
Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om
I have sent a link, even personal folder who are newcomers, Namrata or everybody. So you can, again, you want to listen, you can have your folder. Okay, Namrata? Can you hear me?